start from the beginning. How did you kind of become attached to being on the Anonymous?
Oh boy. Um, let's say, Ricky, that sometimes you reflect and you say, what do you want your legacy to be, right? And the world got to know Andy King, from practically one sentence or two from a crazy documentary, a few years ago. And yes, it brought me to fame. Yes, it gave me the ability to fly around the world and raise money and try to pay back as many of the Bahamians as possible. It gave me a great platform to give speeches about resilience and failure and pick yourself up and go, follow your heart, be passionate, um, all the things that come with being the ultimate team player, which my new hashtag is going to be America's team player. Um, but there was always this piece, Ricky, about how do I change that narrative? Like, I didn't necessarily want that to be my legacy. Um, and so this opportunity came up, and I'm like, boom, are you kidding me? I'm going to be staying in a house, sharing it with 11 other people. I'm going to be sharing a bedroom with five other people. I'm 63 years old. Like, this is not, um, but no better way, right, than to have an opportunity like this where I can help the world see the real Andy King. And
Yeah,
I think that they had the ability to do that.
yeah, and I agree with that 100% because you're not your typical, as I would say, typical reality TV person, star. You kind of rose to fame in a different way, but it gives everybody an insight to who Andy really is as a person, right?
Yeah. And I think that in the end, um, I am the ultimate team player. I'm one of nine children. Like, the anonymous as they described it to me, is a social experiment. But Ricky, think about it. Like, my life's been a social experiment. I mean, having eight brothers and sisters, kind of a fun, crazy mother who was a party girl and adored by all. Like, me being, America's first corporate concierge, which you probably don't even know. And I was profiled on the front page of the Wall Street Journal on April Fool's Day in 1994. Me co-producing Beyonce in Central Park in 2014. Me doing, a lot of my work throughout the years has been completely anonymous because I'm not allowed to post me with Leonardo DiCaprio or me with Mark Ruffalo. I'm not allowed to post me doing, like, I have NDAs with all these people that I host events for. And suddenly, you know, fire hits, I lose my anonymity. I lose it. Everybody knows me. Last night, Hudson, New York, doesn't matter, a restaurant. My partner's like, there's a sighting, table three away. I'm looking over and I kind of wave and they start pointing. I'm like, yeah, yeah. I mean, can you imagine? It still happens, Ricky, today. Every other day, it still happens. Doesn't matter. So I'm hoping that the anonymous is going to help kind of change that narrative where the world's like going to say, oh my God, we love Andy. Like, he's not just the water guy. He's not just the blowjob guy from Fire. He's actually a pretty amazing guy, and he will do just about anything to make people happy and to keep peace and to do whatever it takes. You know what I mean?
Over the years, obviously, like you said, the sightings, the rise to kind of fame in the way that you kind of didn't expect to, was that kind of helpful in trying to adapt to the cameras kind of following you around in this reality TV world?
For sure. Yeah. And I think that it's fascinating because we've been doing a lot of media training, and part of that media training is like there are a lot of haters out there, Ricky, as you know. I mean, a lot of people have nothing better to do than fucking hate on people, which is just crazy to me. Like, and so it got to a certain point that my partner would take over, and I just would not hold my phone because, yeah, I'm blessed, as you can imagine. I probably have like 95% of the world loves Andy King, and there's the 5% that'll go, I wouldn't hire him as an event planner for all the tea in China. He ruined Fire Fest. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I had 6 weeks to save something. What do you? Oh, he's a pedophile. His partner is 30 years younger than him. Like, we represent like a very successful intergenerational, relationship. So we are mentors to many people in the gay world that are going to tell us how, we just spent my sixth birthday together with Craig. I mean, pretty amazing. And so, yeah, I think the challenge, of course, in today's fame is social media. and as you know, I mean, fire changed the entire trajectory of influencers today. What I'm trying to do, which I've been trying to do for years, is just say, you know what? My hashtag is always spread love. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say it. I mean, that's just the whole key. And I hope with the anonymous, I feel like I think I'm going to be a fan favorite. I think people are going to be rooting for me. Um, I'm kind of the whisper at times, as you can see. I'm always like, Ricky, just walk in that room and hold your head up high and don't and pretend like no one said anything bad about you for the last 2 hours. Hug everybody and just say, hey, I'm here, after you've been crying with me for 10 minutes going, I don't think I can walk in that room. And I'm like, just, and that's my gift. I'm probably 25 to 30 years older than most people in the cast. And so I've got a lot of wisdom packed into my wonderful soul, and I was able to share that, which I love.
I love that. I do too. And seeing a different side of you is something that's definitely going to be intriguing for audiences, in my opinion. And obviously the show comes from the creators of like the Traitors and the Circle and some of these things. Did you kind of do any research in your preparation to go on to the show?
A little bit. I mean, um, I wanted it to be fresh for me. So, yes, I watched The Circle a little bit, and I did see a few episodes of Traitors, and obviously, Traitors for me was fascinating because my partner is Scottish, and that could be a show that I'd like to go on. I probably enjoy spending some time in Inverness, and actually, Craig and I are about to buy a house in Scotland, but um, that I wanted it to be a little bit more fresh for me. So I didn't deluge myself in like reality TV. I'm like, I want this to be new and cool. And, I think the producers at NBC always said, listen, Andy, it may be stressful, whatever, but in the end, you're going to have a lot of fun. And at the beginning, it was hard, and I'd been there a few days and I'm like, I'm not having a lot of fun. Like, this is hard. This is horrible. This is stressful. And then I was able to say, guess what? It's just a game, right? It's just a game. Let's have fun with this game. And, I think you'll see as the game continues on, it's like the world of, are you more powerful as an alliance or are you more powerful on your own? And for me, as the ultimate team player, you'll see, like I teach people, alliances are pretty important. And I think you know that. Like in life, you want to fuck everybody around you and just sail on? Oh, no, no, you're going to get tripped up. You better have an alliance around you. But then you get to a certain point where you can't have that alliance anymore because you want to win. So it's a fine line, but it's a lot of fun.
For sure. Obviously, we have the premiere coming right around the corner on August the 19th. What can you, give us a little tease? Obviously, without spoilers, what can audiences kind of expect from the show from your point of view?
Wow. A lot of craziness. AI. So Danny, a little bit about Danny. So Danny is our host. Danny is always full of surprises, rather ruthless, relentless, kind of funny. But it's interesting when you're reporting to somebody who's not a person, but just a voice. So that's a definite sort of crazy aspect of the show itself. Seeing how the relationships develop and who you can trust and who you can't trust and what people say behind the scenes. It'll be very fascinating to watch for sure.
Andy, thank you so much. I can't wait for everybody to see the show, and thank you for your time today, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Great to meet you, and enjoy every minute of the Anonymous.